what if the celebrities you've been watching for years aren't actually who you think they are? In Hollywood, a city built entirely on illusions, one man has made it his life's mission to shatter every single one of them. His name is Katt Williams. And the moment he opened his mouth, Hollywood would never be the same. In January of 2024, Katt Williams sat down with NFL legend turned podcast phenomenon Shannon Sharpe on his show Club Shay Shay.
Diddy has a clone. Apparently there's this thing spreading around where people are saying that the person that's actually in jail is not the real Diddy. Let me catch you up to speed. This is a real photo of Diddy. Notice the markings on his face. They're very prominent, and they are from the real Diddy. However, in this mugshot right here, you do not see these markings at all. So people are claiming that whoever is in jail, allegedly, supposedly, is not the real Diddy. This photo always terrified me. There's just something off about this photo. To make matters even more weird, Diddy's private jet is still flying around as we speak and making stops in various locations around the world. Just a few days ago, his private jet was spotted at Auckland Airport, a spot normally reserved for private aircraft. This is from the account Celebrity Jets. They're actually tracking P. Diddy's private jet flight path. And this is when it was landing at New Zealand. And 2 days ago, it was at Honolulu, Hawaii. This is the actual private jet that Diddy owned. And you can see him getting off this private jet.
Inside those 3 explosive hours was something the headlines barely scratched the surface of. Katt Williams was talking about clones, and the list of names he put on that list: Selena Gomez, Jim Carrey, Britney Spears, Kanye West, Jamie Foxx, is going to make your jaw drop. Let's start with the name that sent the internet into its most intense spiral of all: Selena Gomez.
We may have evidence that he took her and replaced her with this woman. I want you to take a look at this and tell me if you see anything strange.
That kids' entertainment stuff made specifically for them, like even preschool shows,
has been a wonderful addition to my life. I feel extremely lucky.
That was Gina Davis, and people think she replaced Selena. But how is this happening? We've learned in the files that there is technology that literally can put one soul from one body and take it into another. We have heard this is their way of reincarnating, which is why many of these celebrities and politicians, you will see them look real similar throughout history in other bodies. Considering how different Selena not only looks, but how different she sounds, even her mannerisms.
I've gotten this question a few times. The voice thing. I think my point is that sometimes things happen.
People are concerned. Do we still have the real Selena, or has she been gone for a long time? What do you guys think?
In 2017, everything changed. Selena was diagnosed with lupus. Her condition became so severe that she required a full kidney transplant to survive. Selena came back. She recovered. She continued her career. But according to a rapidly spreading wave of conspiracy theorists that swept across TikTok throughout 2024 and into 2025, the Selena who came back wasn't quite the Selena who left. Fans began pointing to perceived differences in her appearance: her cheekbones, her jawline, her voice, the way she laughed, the way she moved. Frame-by-frame comparisons between interviews from 2015 and interviews from 2023 were dissected, analyzed, and shared millions of times. And then, the moment that poured rocket fuel on the entire theory, an unverified screenshot of an alleged email, purportedly linked to disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein, surfaced online. It contained a chilling and unexplained line decided about Selena. Now, before we go any further, the facts are clear. Selena Gomez is alive. In a 2021 interview with Elle magazine, she said it herself: "My lupus, my kidney transplant, chemotherapy, having a mental illness, going through very public heartbreaks, these were all things that honestly should have taken me down." But here's the uncomfortable truth about conspiracy theories: facts alone never kill them. Because the people who believe them aren't responding to evidence. They're responding to a feeling.
Do they stay themselves in Hollywood?
Phobias.
Anything that really... Phobias. They're not nasty.
That is not something I...
is there a continuous loop of entities? That just chooses a host whenever it wants?
So much. It flames.
Or is there a mutual understanding?
It's a very special connection that I feel I have.
Or is there somehow a sacrifice somewhere?
You ruined it. I'm sorry. You ruined it. I'm sorry. Oh, well, that's okay. Okay. I'll get you. My pretty, I'll get you.
It's safe to say in Hollywood, anything is possible.
Now, if the Selena Gomez theory stretched the limits of believability, what happened in Paris in early 2026 tore straight through them. Jim Carrey, the man who gave the world Ace Ventura, The Truman Show, The Mask, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, one of the most beloved, most gifted, most recognizable comedic actors in the history of cinema, arrived at the César Awards in Paris to accept an honorary award, the French equivalent of an honorary Oscar. It should have been a beautiful moment, a celebration of a legendary career. Instead, the moment footage of his appearance reached social media, it triggered one of the fastest-spreading celebrity conspiracy theories in modern internet history.
No, there is no me. No self. Bonjour. Jim Carrey is gone. Actually never existed.
Pretty big challenge trying to do my speech in French. So, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join. And here I am.
And we need to be clear. Shamelessness is not and will never be a superpower. It is the mark of a villain. Kidnapping children is not what great nations do.
Is that a gang sign? Have you,
like you don't know what it is. I mean, you gotta admit it's completely meaningless.
Researched it and I practiced it like crazy, but...
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating icons. Boy, that is just the absolute lowest possibility that we could come up with. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself.
Like talking 1,000 miles an hour up there, receiving the awards, and I was like, I'm dead.
In case I don't see ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
And then, a bombshell within the bombshell. Drag artist Alexis Stone posted on Instagram claiming she had used prosthetics to transform herself into Jim Carrey and had personally attended the César Awards in his place. She posted a photo of Carrey at the event with the caption, "Alexis Stone as Jim Carrey in Paris." Even Megan Fox, yes, that Megan Fox, commented on the post with, "I can't handle any more stress right now. I need to know if this is real." And then, as if scripted, a decades-old clip of Carrey on Late Night with David Letterman resurfaced, in which the actor casually, almost proudly, described using look-alike decoys to fool the paparazzi.
Go.
Never mind. No, I can't. No, I have relatives still living.
Come on.
That would never forgive me. But yeah, no, I've done this a few times now, and it's using a decoy.
I'm sorry, a decoy.
Using a decoy. It sounds so ridiculous, but it works like
a double.
It's fantastic.
Like a Jim Carrey double.
A Jim Carrey double.
Well, yeah, that's amazing.
So what I do is I send him off in one direction, sucks all the press in that direction, and I can just have my day. And
whatever you want to do.
Wherever I want, totally unmolested. It's fantastic.
Right.
Can I bring him out?
Oh, he's here.
Yeah, he's always with me. Bonsoir. Merci beaucoup. C'est très gentil.
The internet lost its mind. Now, the record shows the César Awards organization confirmed Jim Carrey personally attended and delivered an entire speech in French, a language he spent months learning for the occasion. His publicist confirmed it to TMZ. The theory was debunked. But Katt Williams had already weighed in. And once Katt Williams puts his name on a conspiracy theory, it doesn't go away quietly. Now let's talk about two names that even the most mainstream journalists, the ones who sneer at conspiracy theories from the safety of their editorial desks, cannot fully laugh off. Britney Spears and Kanye West.
Like, we're going to take your money, we're going to block you, we're going to do this, we're going to take your life. Like, a lot of, my life has been through. I wake up every day just surprised to be alive. Like, because of how many threats I got from political to, Twitter commentary to all that, just like going through, just to be like, boom, I'm exposed. Because the first step to cleaning up something is like, people be like, man, it's some smell. It just smell like that. It's like, have you checked under that couch? But nobody want to lift up that couch. And when you go to lift up the couch, the whole industry is like, stay away from that couch. Yeah. Found out that my trainer was a MK Ultra Canadian intelligence.
He worked in the defense research and development in the Canadian military, essentially working on PSYOPs in the Canadian military. This is Harley Pasternak.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, look, they tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me. And they when I asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look.
They would have Michael Jackson.
Or worse, yeah.
In October 2024, reality television personality Kristin Cavallari sat down on her Let's Be Honest podcast and made a declaration that stopped the internet cold. She said, without hesitation, without irony, that she wholeheartedly believes both Britney Spears and Kanye West have been replaced by Illuminati-created clones. Her three-word summary of what she believes happens to the originals: they kill those.
If I go away and I come back and I look different, that is not me.
If I ever went anywhere, we know why.
What the happened? He was gone.
Well, he did that because he wanted to gain weight. I would do that too. I'm going to do that next summer.
Look at him. Compare old photos of him. It's not the same in person. It's not. Don't cancel me, Hollywood.
How do you think that these people would hide that, Kristen? If somebody tried to clone you, I would scream it from the top of the mountains like, that's not Kristen.
You literally will get...
Oh my goodness gracious.
I believe this with every ounce in my body.
For Britney Spears, the theories have been percolating for years, feeding on her infamous 2007 breakdown, the deeply troubling 13-year conservatorship that stripped her of control over her own life and finances, and perceived changes in her voice, her teeth, and her public behavior in recent footage. Britney herself addressed the clone rumors directly on Instagram in early 2025, writing, with what seemed like exhausted humor, "I wish I was that interesting." But it is the Kanye West version of this theory that feels different. That sits in the stomach in a way that's harder to shake. This one came directly from Katt Williams, on stage, with a microphone in his hand, and a live audience watching. Jamie Foxx. In the spring of 2023, Jamie Foxx, Oscar winner, Grammy-nominated recording artist, one of the most genuinely multi-talented entertainers alive, was rushed to the hospital with a mysterious, unexplained medical emergency. For weeks, his family released almost nothing. No diagnosis, no details. The silence itself became the story. When Foxx finally emerged months later, thinner, slower, speaking differently, the internet did what the internet always does. It filled the silence with theories, and Katt Williams stepped directly into that silence. At a live stand-up performance in early 2025, Williams looked out at his audience and said what millions had been thinking.
Jamie Foxx is a powerful man. Do you hear me? They said on the news, Jamie Foxx has a mystery illness. What the is a mystery illness?
Katt Williams got in on it. Katt Williams said he knew.
They say he's suffering from a mystery illness. A mystery illness. A mystery illness.
Katt will say 2,000 things that don't make sense, but then say 4 things that make sense.
No, never in the history of medicine has there been a mystery illness. In the real world, if you got a mystery illness, it means you are fine. Right when you believe, they hit your ass again. Right after they said the had a mystery illness. The next news flash, they said,
we just cured it.
You just cured what? A mystery? You can't cure a mystery!
And then he said something that stopped the crowd completely. The laughter faded. The room went still. Williams looked into the camera and said, and they would kill me if they could. But I'm too fast. Thank Jesus. Whether you read that as a punchline or a confession, it landed like a grenade. Jamie Foxx, for his part, has addressed his illness publicly, calling it a near-death experience and expressing gratitude for his recovery. He returned to performing, released a Netflix comedy special, and has continued working. But the questions Katt Williams put into the air that night, they haven't left the room. If Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay was where Katt Williams struck the match, then Joe Rogan's podcast studio was where he doused the entire room in gasoline and struck it again. In February 2024, just weeks after the Club Shay Shay earthquake, Katt Williams sat down with Joe Rogan for episode 2111 of the Joe Rogan Experience, one of the most listened to podcasts on earth. And he did not hold back. For hours, Williams took Rogan and millions of listeners on a journey through what he called the hidden architecture of Hollywood, a system of debts, deals, and decisions that operates far below the surface of anything the public is allowed to see. He connected dots between ancient history, secret societies, the deliberate manufacturing of celebrity images, and the terrifying cost of the kind of fame that comes with signing your soul over to an industry that owns everything about you. He talked about being offered $50 million 4 separate times and walking away each time to protect his integrity. He talked about what he witnessed at parties he attended and parties he refused to attend. He talked about the machinery that builds stars and the machinery that tears them down when they stop being useful. Joe Rogan, who has interviewed presidents, scientists, athletes, and philosophers, sat and listened. He pushed back where he pushed back. He asked the questions the audience was thinking. And what emerged from that studio was a portrait of a man who carries a specific kind of weight. The weight of someone who has seen things he cannot unsee, said things he cannot unsay, and is very deliberately choosing to keep talking, in public, on record, with his name attached. Because Katt Williams understands something that most people in Hollywood spend their entire careers pretending not to understand. The truth always finds a microphone eventually. The only question left is, how deep does it go? That's a wrap on today's Hollywood drama. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for your daily dose of glitz, gossip, and rap culture news, only on Inside Hollywood.